you can say, can you come up with something else? Can you come up with something else?
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is your first time here, welcome to my beauty entertainment channel. Yes, we have a lot of fun here. We do beauty content and we do entertainment content, which is what it mostly is, let's be perfectly honest. So yes, my name is Amanda. If you'd like to follow me on social media, you can have so much fun with that. Here's my Twitter and my Instagram. I'm very wild. I say whatever I want, so enjoy. And while you're here, you should subscribe. That'd be great, and turn on the notification bell, because I don't get notifications when my favorite YouTubers upload. Like, I don't get notifications when any YouTuber I don't understand. I get updates, I get notifications maybe once a blue moon when somebody uploads. So, you know, you could put it on just for safety. I don't know. It doesn't really work. And then you should check out some of my recent videos. 2 days ago, I think now, I ranked Ariana Grande's albums, and I said what I said, I meant what I said, I said what I meant, please. And then before that, I talked about new releases that have come out in the past month. And then before that, I talked about how Morphe brushes changed the beauty industry for the worse. So yes, so today's video is another video where I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I've wanted to make this video for a long time. Okay, so let's start. So I've been watching Glee again because I'm not leaving my house no, I've been watching Glee again because I've been growing bored. I love, okay, disclaimer, I broke how many? 1, 2, 3. I broke 3 nails within the last like hour. These nails are really old, so that's probably why, and I'm not leaving to go get them redone. I'll just take them up anyway, but that's why my hands look like talons, because they just all broke like 30 minutes ago. Okay, let's get that out of the way, because I don't want to hear any comments, what's wrong with your nails, because people like to talk. Anyway, so I've been watching Glee again because I'm a Gleek, we all know that, and I already made my Everything Wrong with Glee episode. You should check that out if you haven't. It's kind of long. I don't know if it's my longest one. It's raining. Oh, that's fun. So I wanted to include this in the video, what I'm about to do now in the video, but like, I write down outlines of my videos, and I was doing the Glee one and I was already at like an hour and 15 minutes, and I was like, I can't make this any longer, so I just cut it off, and now I'm gonna do it today, and I'm glad that I waited to do it, because thank God. So we're gonna be talking about how the Glee Club should have been run. I have a lot of time on my hands. If you couldn't tell, I have a lot of time on my hands. So we're gonna be talking about how the Glee Club could be run, because Mr. Schue is a terrible coach, and it's a wonder they ever won nationals at all. It's a wonder that they ever got to nationals, if we're being perfectly honest. Anytime they lost, it was his fault, and we're gonna delve into why. So it's gonna be very ranty. It's gonna be kind of all over the place, so like, buckle up. So the first thing, no songs from before 1990. Whatever, I forget what that niche genre that Mr. Schue loves, but it needs to go. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear music from your childhood, Will Schuster. I know he probably had a sad childhood. That's why all of his friends are children. Something's not right. Something's not right. All of his friends are children. I know he had a little bit of a sad life, but we don't want to hear music that was the soundtrack to your childhood. We don't want to hear music that was a soundtrack to your failed Broadway dreams. I don't want to hear it. No one, okay, I don't want to hear it, and I am very certain these Glee Club judges don't want to hear it either, because the thing is, he's not even picking like the most popular songs from these bands. He's picking obscure songs that nobody, what's not clicking, what is not click, why would you think that you would win picking these obsolete songs that nobody knows? Your kids they don't know them, so they have no emotional tie to them. They can't really delve into the character because they don't know what these songs are. What's not clicking? And he still continues to do them over and over and over, and no one cares. Did you see? We've seen many different Glee Clubs over our time of watching Glee. Did any of them ever do this nonsense? No Glee, the Warblers, Vocal Adrenaline, that Catholic school from one time, the old people, none of them did that. None of them did. All these other clubs, I'm using the Milani Screen Queen Foundation, by the way. All of these other Glee clubs stuck with current pop chart toppers. Sometimes I dipped into R&B, sometimes I dipped into rap, but it was mostly pop or pop adjacent songs. Because guess why? They're crowd pleasers. They keep the crowd entertained. These Glee Club judges already have pretty bad careers going on. They're already bored. They don't want to be there. They're there because it's the last check that they can cut. That's why they're there. They don't want to be, they want to listen to something that's going to be actually exciting. It's Ohio. Everyone's bored. Sorry. So, and these they pick pop chart toppers because these middle-aged Glee Club judges are aware of pop chart toppers. Everyone, like even your mom and your dad, they're aware, like your parents are aware, or your guardians, they know the pop chart toppers. They know, like they are aware. If they're playing on the radio every 6 seconds, they know them. That's why they pick them. Anyway, all right, let me carve out the top of my brow. I haven't used this foundation in like 2 weeks. It's a hit. We all know that. We all know, like we already discussed how good this foundation is. And I'm putting on all this makeup to go nowhere. Actually, I think I'm gonna go pick up my friend and drive her somewhere, but that's about it. I'll be sitting in my car all of today. Yep, I don't play with my health. I don't. Okay, anyway, so you need to appease the audience, Will. Glee Club is a performance. This is a performance group. Why are we only appeasing yourself? That is my second largest issue with Will Schuester as the leader of the Glee Club. He only wanted them to sing stuff that he wanted them to sing. He is pathetic. They had an entire episode, or maybe it was a whole story arc. No, I think it was an episode where he was having them sing his favorite genre again. And Tina was like, can we not do this? Can we do Britney Spears? I don't know. Why would you not want to do Britney Spears when Britney Spears is a trending topic, Will? What's going on? What is going on? You don't want to do Britney Spears, and Britney Spears is what everyone has been talking about for the past couple. What is wrong with you? Something's not right. I'm telling you, something's not right. And like, that's why they lost. They kept doing these old, sad ass songs. That's why they lost. This is a similar path with Pitch Perfect. I don't know why that came up in my head. The Barden, Bella, whatever the name of their group is, they used to only do old shit and they kept losing. Cinematic parallels. Okay. So literally when anyone else was brought into the Glee Club was elevated. They were always stagnant with Will Schuester, and they had to bring in another person who probably wasn't even a coach. They had to bring in another person to bring the Glee Club back to what it was, because there was so much talent there. We had Holly Holiday. When she was brought in, the Glee Club elevated like 3 notches. Emma even elevated the Glee Club more than Will Schuester did when Sue was brought in and taught them how to work, because they were lazy sacks. They were lazy as hell. When she brought in, taught them how to work. Like, Holly Holiday did a lot for the Glee Club, in my honest and true. Like, without her, I think the Glee Club wouldn't have gotten, she came season 2. I think the Glee Club wouldn't have won nationals, wouldn't have gotten 2 nationals without Holly Holiday, in my opinion. I think Holly Holiday was very, very needed to keep the momentum alive, because they were plateauing, they were flatlining. They were not where they needed to be for the talent that was in that group, and Holly Holiday pushed them in a way that Mr. Schue could never. Yeah, whatever. And that was second thing. Third, Will Schuester is either completely unaware of how much talent is in the Glee Club, which would mean he's stupid, or he didn't know how to work with all the talent in the Glee Club, which means he's stupid. Either way, he's dumb. Either way, something's not right. But he didn't know how to utilize the talent because he would have had to think. He took the easy way out, making Rachel and Finn the lead for every song. Rachel and Finn were already in love, so they didn't have to develop any sort of chemistry. They didn't have to work on anything. So it doesn't take a lot of brain cells to make them to the leads, because Rachel's one of your best singers. And it doesn't take a lot of brain cells to just put Finn in there, because Rachel has chemistry with nobody else on the show. She didn't even have to try. I'll get back to how Rachel didn't have to put in an ounce of work to be the lead of this, whatever. None of it is creative. That's what made them doo-doo. That's what made this Glee Club garbage. That's what made them like this. There was no creative direction because there didn't have to be. He just threw Rachel and Finn and said, go wild. No creativity. Never, never. Every song, okay, Rachel and Finn, get up there. What's not clicking? What's not clicking? It doesn't take any sort of intelligence to just pick the boyfriend of one of your strongest singers and just make them the two leads. That takes no amount of creativity. Anyone could have done that. What makes Will Schuester special? Nothing. Because that is a very easy idea that anyone, even a sub for the Glee Club could have come up with. And what this did, it allowed Rachel and Finn to grow comfortable in the Glee Club. Rachel never had to do any work. Rachel never had to do any ounce of work to maintain her spot in the Glee Club at all. She didn't have to do anything. She wasn't even in dance booty camp, which I will be absolutely getting to later. She wasn't even in the building. That episode was one of the most offensive episodes I've ever, it's a giant microaggression. What episode is that? It is the episode where Mercedes like finally quits and just goes and joins the Trouble Tones. Just giant microaggression. That whole episode was a giant microaggression. Oh my God, I can't even talk about it. She was allowed to basically just come in, sing, and leave. She never did any training. There was never any work. Whenever they buckled down and had to actually work on something, Rachel was never in the room, acting like she's perfect. She's not. She has a lot of, first of all, Rachel is an incredible singer. Rachel can sing. You're not taking that away from Rachel. You're not taking that away from her. She can sing. However, in my opinion, there were a lot of things she needed to work on. I'll talk about them. I'll talk about them more a little bit later. But and she was allowed to come in and sing. She was never ever pushed, and that is why the Glee Club lost in seasons 1 and season 2. Their wins that they got were usually flukes, or they were based on the fact that Rachel and Mercedes could out-sing every member of any other Glee Club. It was usually based on that, but it was usually a fluke. As a club, as a cohesive club, they sucked. They sucked. That's why they kept losing until season 3, which was all a fluke, but whatever. And now to Finn. Finn didn't put in any work either. He didn't have to because he knew he was going to be lead. As long as Rachel was lead, he was going to be lead. And Rachel was always lead. So Finn grew completely comfortable. And I'm confused because, so the thing is, Finn can sing. He can't sing. I don't think he can keep up with Rachel by any means, but he can sing. Why was he not, why wasn't his voice, there was no development in his voice. Why wasn't there any development in his voice? Why wasn't he pushed to become a better singer? Because in my opinion, whenever he sang with Rachel, he felt behind. I thought they sang well together, but he felt a little bit behind. Because who else would they have picked to be Rachel's partner? Because there was no one else that she had chemistry with. She didn't even try to have chemistry with anyone else. It would have looked awkward. And so that's why I get why they were always chosen as the lead, but I'll get into who I would have put anyway. Would have been much better. They would have won much more often, but it would have been awkward if they'd put anyone else there, because Rachel really wasn't having a lot of chemistry with other people on the show. She was she didn't have to put in any work. She didn't have to develop chemistry with anyone else because it was always her boyfriend and her as the lead. Mr. Schue wasted Artie, Blaine, Mike, Santana, and Brittany's talent. All of them. All of the talent. He wasted Mercedes' talent too, but that will be 25 minutes long. I can't get into that. He wasted all of there was so much. He wasted everyone's talent and time in the Glee Club, but I wanted to specifically focus on Artie, Blaine, Santana. So what do I mean by this? So at every how would I change this? At every competition, usually they do about 3 songs, I think. I'm gonna go with 3 because it's easier. It's what I wrote down. So what I would have done, let me find my brush before I start just, speaking. All right, what I would have done, we start off with a ballad. Then we move into a song that is dance heavy, pop song that is dance heavy. And then we move on into big pop song ending. So what do I mean by that? The Glee Club over the years, over all the seasons, has had some incredible singers. Incredible singers, but what was always forgotten about is the incredible performers. It is one thing to be able to sing. It is one thing to be able to sing. It's another thing to be able to deliver a performance to a crowd. It is. And not everyone in the Glee Club was able to deliver a performance to a crowd. They just weren't. There were people who maybe who couldn't sing like Rachel, but in my opinion could deliver a better performance than Rachel. Also, there are people who are much more versed. It's not just Rachel, like I'm not just talking about her. There were also people in the Glee Club who were much more versatile than who was constantly picked to sing lead or sing male lead. They were more versatile, but they were thrown to the side because they may not have been the best vocalist, but they would have kept the crowd entertained. So, Rachel and Finn don't need to be lead every single time. But I get why they were, because the only other person that Finn had chemistry with was Quinn, and I would never have wanted to see that. I would have never wanted to see that. So I would be fine with Rachel and Finn singing the ballad at the beginning. It'd be something beautiful and heartfelt, because you know Rachel always cries, so it would have been fine. What I would have specifically done is given them a song sung by one person and make it into a duet. I think those are some of the most beautiful songs on Glee. The only issue with this is that Finn cannot keep up with Rachel in terms of vocal ability. That's why whenever Rachel sang, Rachel's best songs with another person are not with Finn. Her Like a Virgin with Jonathan Groff. What was his character on the Jesse St. James? The song with the guy from New York, when she did Give Your Heart a Break with the guy from New York. Incredible song. We see how these aren't with Finn. These aren't with Finn. I would put Blaine there, but they couldn't even fake the chemistry in West Side Story, so there's no way they'd be able to fake that chemistry on a national stage. So, in the new Glee Club, the ballad would be sung between Jake and Marley. Debate you're on. Please, there'd be no one else. If they wanted to be extra frisky, Sam and Quinn would really work here, because when they sang Marry You at regionals, it had to have been regionals, exceptional, incredible. That was amazing. It was amazing, and they won. Anyways, Joe and Quinn would also work if they wanted to shake the tail, because I think Joe's voice was woefully underused. Like, it was it was weird. I don't know. I think Joe can really sing. I think whoever the actor is, I forget his name, he can really sing. So I think his voice was woefully underused. So yes, a single song and make it a duet. So we're seeing something like Give Your Heart a Break, Rolling in the Deep, any Adele song. We could go with any Adele song. Just Give Me a Reason with Pink, by Pink and Nathan Gress. I think it's already a duet, but that would have worked as well. But do we see the path that we're going on? Something passionate, but not too passionate, because we don't want a repeat of season 2 nationals, because that was a disgrace. I have to tangent. Why were they not reprimanded? That was so unprofessional, and that was the reason that they lost. That was the reason that they lost, was because they kissed on stage at nationals. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Do you not want to win? They could have gone to the second round had they had not done that. Would they have won nationals? No, because of the costumes, lack of choreography, lack of creative direction. They wouldn't have won, but they could have possibly made it to the second round. But no, Finn had to kiss. Why? And no one on stage was like, oh, no one was like, no one. And they got no amount of reprimand. And when, I think it was Santana, maybe it was Kurt, who was like, why did you do that? Mr. Schue was like, don't yell at them. Pathetic and a bad coach. Anyway, so now we go into the dance break that I was talking about before. So it's not just a dance break. I would say it's a pop song, not a hard song to sing at all. That is with a lot of dancing. So this dance break section will be led by the dancers of the group. So you know, Mike, Brittany, like, you know who I'm talking about. So they wouldn't be, since they would be lead, they wouldn't be the only ones singing, because they're not that, they can sing, but they're not strong in it, and we're trying to win. So they wouldn't be the only ones singing, but they'd be the ones in the center. The other people that'd be helping vocally with the leads, like singing, you know, would be Artie and Blaine, and Santana and Mercedes. because this is a pop song. I don't want Rachel anywhere near it. I don't want Rachel anywhere near it because this is a pop upbeat dance. She's in the back, the middle, but near the back. This is the crowd pleasing moment to get the crowd excited for the next song that is going to come. And this is where we're utilizing the dancers. The Glee Club should have had dance booty camp from day one. That is what was truly holding them back. They can't dance. They can't move as a group. They can't. When they try, it looks ridiculous. Maybe it's so hot, I don't know. They looked damn ridiculous. They were never in sync ever, and they were trying to go up against vocal. It made no sense. It made no sense. So what song would I put here? Any song sung by Holly Holiday I think could go right here. Something easy, not something super vocally demanding, but something that's fun. Something that the entire crowd knows that is fun, that they could just get up and sing. I said Signed, Sealed, and Delivered. With the new people, I would put Kitty and Jake would be leading this, and I think Signed, Sealed, and Delivered should have seen a stage. I think it should have seen a competition. It's a song, Kitty sung it. She sung it, they did it as one of their like little like mini performances at the end of an episode, I think. That should have seen a competition today. That was very, Kitty, she can sing, okay. With the new people, I said it would have been Jake and Kitty, and if Jake was allowed, Jake could do what Finn was supposed to do, because he could actually sing, he can actually dance. Wasted potential, wasted. Why is he in the back? Why is he swaying in the back? It makes no sense. So now we're at the big pop ending. Something big and something bold. The audience is already is already super excited because of the dance break. They saw the dancers, you know, go crazy. It's Mike Chang and Brittany. They'd be going crazy. Oh my goodness. So this is why the only good choice that I've seen from one of their performances, not the only good choice, but one of the ones that I liked the most, one of Will's best choices was Paradise by the Dashboard Lights in the season 3 Nationals, I'm pretty sure it was. One of Will's best choices. It was a feel-good song. It incorporated, you got to see how people actually could sing, because it's still a competition. It incorporated some talent, but it felt good. It felt good. The audience got up, the audience was into it. It was a good choice. Something like that. However, why are Finn and Rachel the leads in that song? You see how Rachel, everything is in show tune? We can't have that. We can't have that. So, in the song, I would personally put Santana as female lead. Santana, Mr. Schue wasted Santana's God-given ability to perform. Santana constantly delivers with performance. She can do it all. Are we seeing Valerie, not Bush City Limits? Are we seeing what a Toxic without if Mr. Schue's creepy ass wasn't there? Would have been incredible. Could have been something huge. I would have Mercedes right next to her singing, helping her with lead, and then we'd have Artie as male lead, RT as male lead, because that man can sing. That man can really sing, and it's got a little bit of soul into it. And we'd have Blaine right next to him. There doesn't need to be any chemistry between these two songs, which is why I put like Santana and Artie. There's no chemistry there. There doesn't need to be, just needs to be an overall sense of happiness amongst the group to keep the audience interested. So, yes. She needs to be, Santana can outperform a lot of these people, because the thing is, it's one thing to be able to sing. It's one thing to be able to sing. It's another thing to be able to deliver a performance. It's another thing. It's another thing. And I think Mr. Schue focused on Rachel because she could really sing. And I'm like, she's not, you gotta keep the audience, Rachel has a lot of stage presence, but her stage presence comes mostly when she's singing by herself into microphone, not moving, because Rachel and Mercedes can really sing. So if they just stand there and just sing, you're captivated. But when we're doing a lot, we want to see someone who can give me everything, not just vocals, who can dance. Anyways, and so this song would not be dance heavy at all, which is why we're bringing in Mercedes and Artie. Even though Artie really held his own whenever there were dance breaks, he held his own in the chair. He was doing everything. He was out dancing some of the people standing up. So, And in this song, Rachel's in the back. She's not in the back because her voice. She's in the middle, but she's not. She's harmonizing. I don't want to hear a pop song in show tune voice. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want it. No one wants to hear it. We don't. You're an incredible singer. Incredible singer. We don't want to hear it. To the back. To the back. And Mercedes, she's harmonizing only. Mercedes is the one doing the belts, doing the high notes, doing the runs, because it's going to sound clearer and it's going to sound more cohesive with the group. Because Rachel always does something. Rachel can never understand it's about the group. This is the Glee Club. It's not Rachel and Guest, which is not her fault, but she believed it was Rachel and Guest because that's what Mr. Schue put out into the world. That this is not the New Directions. It is Rachel and Friends. Like that's what he put out. So that's why she thought that way. Like we were all like, Rachel's so something. It's because of Mr. Schue. Had he not put this delusion in her head, had he not literally fed her ego time and time and time again, Glee Club would have been better. It would have been better. And that's why I said at the beginning, Rachel can have the first song. Rachel can have the first song, sing the first song, make it all about Rachel for the first song. But the rest of the songs, you need to prove that your group, your Glee Club as a whole is talented. That it is not Rachel and Community. You gotta prove that. Next, to one of my biggest gripes. Why is Blaine not being used, Mr. Schue? Why is Blaine not being used? You see in mine how I put Blaine? Blaine can sing male lead. He can. Does it very well. You got the best singer from the Warblers, the best singer, their lead. They put him in he was the center of everything. And you put him in the back sashaying. What's going on? What's going on? Why is he swaying in the back? Why? Why is Finn still male lead when Blaine is there? What's not clicking? I don't understand. I know because of chemistry and stuff, but can we pick some songs that aren't love songs then? Because you need to put your best foot forward, and your best foot is standing in the back, swaying next to Sam. Something's not right. Something is not right. It doesn't sit right with me. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Then Joe's, I already said this, his voice is woefully underappreciated. He could have carried songs by himself. It was just, I guess his look wasn't right, because he did look he looked weird. I thought he was hot. I don't know. I look back and I'm like, really, Amanda? White man with dreads, really? It's fine, whatever. I was like, I was young. So, yes, no more Rachel singing pop songs. Mercedes and Rachel need to be saved, need to be used when the song is already sung by a vocal powerhouse. When the song is sung by a vocal powerhouse, Rachel and Mercedes as female lead. When the song is sung by a vocal powerhouse. Anytime else, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Mercedes maybe, but from Rachel, who sings everything in show tune, I don't want to hear it. I don't. All right. So now, where's my blush? Blush, thank you. Okay. I think there are a lot of songs that should have seen a competition or a stage in the Glee Club, but Mr. Schue ignored for what and for why. So now I know this is a TV show, but clearly I don't care. I'm making probably a 30-minute video about Glee again. I clearly don't care about reality. So I know it's a TV show, please mind your business. But if this was real, there were a lot of songs just sung in the music room that should have seen a stage. That would have done better than the songs that actually did see a stage. What's going on? Okay. So now some songs like Toxic and Blame It on the Alcohol, which I think are some of their best work, are inappropriate. They wouldn't have done well, but we can discuss some other songs. It is a damn shame. It is a damn shame that Will threw every ounce of his creativity into the Thriller Heads Will Roll performance for a high school football game. It is crazy how he threw every amount of creative genius he's had in his body into that one performance, and everything went downhill after that performance. After season 1, all his ideas were in season 1. All of his ideas. He started losing them. Sue, when she said, Will, you haven't had any good ideas since Madonna Week? Completely correct. Completely correct. He did Madonna Week. He did Thriller. He lost it. He lost it. He did Britney. That was good. Then they did Britney 2.0, so clearly running out of ideas. But I liked Britney 2.0 actually. poured in all his creativity into Thrillers, but when it came to nationals, have them in some Justice knockoff costumes bedazzled by Emma Pillsbury. Are you kidding me? Can we talk about their costumes for nationals? For any performance, actually. Why did they look, I know it was 2012 or 2011, but why did they look so cheap? Why did they get, when they stood next to Vocal Adrenaline, it just made no sense to me, objectively. It made no sense. There was a clear divide. There was a clear difference in level. There was the costume just they make no sense. Why? I know it was 2012. I know it was 2012, but still we could have done better. Why all the creative juice went into Thriller and then it left the building because there was none left to give. His body said, I have nothing left to give you. I gave you it all, and he became a shell. I don't like Will Schuester. Empire State of Mind should have seen a stage. I think I really like that cover. I really like that cover. I think it should have seen a stage. That's just me though. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. Why were all the Michael songs sung in the music room? Why did none of them see the stage? Why wasn't Artie lead male vocal for a Michael song? At least at regionals. I understand if they want to keep things safe for, I'll get into that, safe for nationals, but none? Are we serious? Will didn't take any risks. This is my thing. Will wanted to play it. He chose the safest options every single time. I don't understand why. Sectionals is usually a guaranteed win for the New Directions, except when the Warblers were all drugged up. But if anything, he should have taken more risks there. He should have tested out new leads, should have tested out new choreography, should have tested out new songs at sectionals to see what sticks. Because it was kind of guaranteed win for them anyway, because they had Rachel and Mercedes. Kind of guaranteed win when you have those two in your camp, honestly, truly. So he should have done some more. He should have switched it up a little bit at sectionals, at least. I understand maybe not nationals, you want to keep it as safe as possible so you can go for the win, but at least at sectionals. The Glee Club also improved leaps and bounds when the girls left from the treble tones. Finally forced the Glee Club to wake up. Finally forced them to wake up, finally forced Will to wake up and realize just how bad they are without Santana, Mercedes, and Brittany. And who else left? And Rachel wasn't there either. Did he realize just how bad they were and just how much he doesn't appreciate the rest of the Glee Club? Because had they been given anything, had they been given better song choices, they could have done, in that regionals, it was sectionals, maybe sectionals, I think. Treble Tones should have absolutely won that. We all know why they didn't. That was a clear case of misogyny, whatever. But then, so they learned, but then the learning left his moose brain immediately after. And it was the least he could do was allow them the treble tones to perform one set per competition. That is why they won anything. That is why they won anything for the rest of that season, was because the treble tones got their own song. That is the reason they won anything. That's the reason why they won nationals. Please don't play in your face, don't play in mine. So let's be clear. Next. Let Me Love You Until You Learn to Love Yourself should have seen a stage. I don't care. I do not care. Jake Puckerman should have been lead, a very clear lead, as soon as he stepped foot into the music room. Are you kidding me? Total package. Total package. Are you kidding me? Total package, can sing and can dance very, very, very well. What's not clicking? What is not clicking? I'm not understanding. I'm not. The second he sung that song in the music room so comfortably, so stripped back, should have been made male lead immediately. But he wasn't. Racism. Racism. That's what that was. There were multiple times when Rachel started off a performance, it was just her and a microphone, then they went into the group stuff. Jake can do that too. Okay, so I also wanted to add back to this, like, Rachel was not allowed, but she was given the opportunity to just sing a ballad, just her voice, like 3 different times. Mr. Schue is the one that said Mercedes can't dance. Why wouldn't you have her do that? Why wouldn't you have her do that as well? Why wouldn't you have her, because her voice speaks for itself. Why wouldn't you have her sit on the stage of the microphone and sing into the microphone and sing? For 3 minutes. For 3 minutes to start off the performances, why wouldn't you do that? Wouldn't be a dry eye in the audience. That song could make people tear jerkers. He had so many opportunities to evoke an emotional response from the audience, and he threw them away because he's useless. Useless. Okay. Another one, this is one of my biggest. Start Me Up in the Living on the Prayer. That mashup should have seen the light of day. Can you believe that only was seen in the music room? Can you believe that was only seen in the music room? That is ludicrous. That is offensive. I would misogynistic. But the song, the mashup, and the costumes were created by who? The girls in the number, not Will Schuester. That's why. Top five Glee performances. Look at my hand. This is insane. Top 5 Glee performances of all time. And it was seen by the boys. Are you kidding me? That is nonsensical. How it was only seen by the men and the boys, the Glee Club, and Will Schuester. Should have been seen on a national stage. Creative direction leaves the building as soon as it's time to actually perform in front of judges. Listen. I know this is a TV show. I just have a lot of time, and I wanted to put this in my everything wrong with, but there was no time. So I'm making another video about it because I can. Here's some more combinations that I wanted. Britney is too risky for a stage performance, but I think some of their Britney episodes are some of the best in my opinion. Still don't know why Rachel's saying, "Oops, I did it again." Still don't understand. Why is she singing pop songs? Why is she singing pop? Explain it rapidly. Why is she singing pop songs? No. End that immediately. Never needs to happen again. And it did happen again. Never want to see that again. Another for the new Glee, I would have loved to see Blow Me One Last Kiss, which was a duet between Unique and Marley. Nasty Rhythm Nation as the dance break, which was between Jake and Marley. Marley can't dance, so I would have put maybe Kitty in there or something. Yeah, Marley. Ooh. Then we have Locked in Heaven, which is another one of my absolute favorite Glee performances. They sounded so good together. Why was that only at prom? What is going on? Why are their best performances not at competitions, Will? What's happened? Let's unpack this. What is truly at fault here? What is truly the issue here? Something's not right. Something's not. Why are their best performances at high school proms, at high school football halftime shows? What's going on? It's a little bit concerning. My face looks incredible. Milani screamed. I'm telling you, the drugstore has been delivering nothing but hits for me. I haven't touched a drugstore foundation in over like 4 years because I can't find my shade. But the NYX Born to Glow and Milani Scream Queen are doing better than a lot of these high-end brands. I will say very much that much. Okay. I use that, and I use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Drugstore's been pumping out hits. Anyway, been pumping out hits recently, and I really appreciate it. Because finally, you walk in the drugstore, I can't find my shade. It's so exhausting. Whatever. Okay, then another combination that I wanted to see. Okay. Billionaire Sam Quinn duet, because it's so light and fluffy. It would have been done so well. I would have liked to see This combination would have been only appropriate. It's a little bit more high risk because Rachel's not the lead in any of it. It would be Billionaire, Sam Quinn duet, and then Pretty Young Thing. Something in between, I don't know what. And Pretty Young Thing already as lead vocals, obviously, because it's already. Why he never sang a Michael song on stage, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. That would have been more high risk, so something for sectionals or regionals, but I think it would have done pretty well. I mean, the Sam and Quinn as lead, they won regionals like that. Rachel and Finn isn't it all the time, baby girl. Isn't it? So yeah. I'm sorry I got so, like, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I got very into that because I feel very strongly about Glee. I don't know why. So yeah, that's the end of my video. So that's how I would have run a Glee club. Rachel can sing. She don't need to be singing every single song though. That's for damn sure. Another nail just broke. So I'll be taking these off right now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know, there's two things. One, let me know how, like some combinations you would have liked to see. Okay, no. What Glee covers do you think should have seen a stage or should have seen like a competition? Like, do you think any, like, I think a lot of the songs that they chose were just not good. Anyway, so what Glee songs do you think should have seen a competition? That's one. And then two, what like what combinations of people singing would you have liked to seen? Like, who would you like to see lead? Female lead, male lead, like who would you like to sing, do that? Just share any Glee opinions down below because it's always fun to talk about Glee in my opinion. I have fun. It's all that really matters. I have fun. So yeah, that's the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to follow me on social media, here is my Instagram and my Twitter. Enjoy yourself, have a great time on there. Check out some of my recent videos that are on the screen now. Yay. And wash your hands. Wash your hands. I don't know why you're buying 6 months worth of toilet paper. I don't know why you're doing that. Perhaps stop so that people who actually need toilet paper can buy toilet paper. I don't know. Might just be might just don't do that because there's people who can't afford to buy in bulk and now you're just buying all the supply. And then to the people who are buying all this and then trying to sell it on Amazon, you are a demon. You are a demon. Like, go to hell. You are the devil, please. You know what kind of evil person you've got to be to, in a time like this, go buy up needed supplies and try to sell them on Amazon or in parking lots like a screw. You are a scrub. Pond scum. That's it. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.